The Indians have woven the mysteries of the canyons in the myths of their religion. Long ago, there was a great and wise chief who mourned the death of his wife and would not be comforted until Tavwots, one of the Indian gods, came to him and told him his wife was in a happier land and offered to take him there. Then Tavwots made a trail through the mountains. This trail was the canyon gorge of the Colorado. Through it he led him, and when they returned, the deity extracted from the chief the promise that he would tell no one of this trail. Then he rolled a river into the gorge, a mad, raging stream that should engulf any that attempt to enter thereby. Early in the spring of 1869, a party was organized for the exploration of the canyons. Boats were built in Chicago and transported by rail to the point where the Union Pacific Railroad crosses the Green River. With these, we were to descend the Green to the Colorado and the Colorado down to the foot of the Grand Canyon. We take with us rations deemed sufficient to last 10 months. We also have a large quantity of ammunition and 2 or 3 dozen traps. For the purpose of building cabins, repairing boats, we are supplied with axes, hammers, saws, augers, and other tools. For scientific work, we have 2 sextants, 4 chronometers, a number of barometers, thermometers, compasses, and other instruments. We distribute the cargoes, that we may not be entirely destitute of some important article should any one of the boats be lost. July 21st. We start this morning on the Colorado. The river is rough, and bad rapids in close succession are found. 2 very hard portages are made during the forenoon. After dinner, in running a rapid, the Emma Dean is swamped, and we are thrown into the river. We cling to the boat, and in the first quiet water below, she is righted and bailed out, but 3 oars are lost in this mishap. The larger boats land above this dangerous place, and we make a portage, which occupies all the afternoon. We camp at night on the rocks on the left bank and can scarcely find room to lie down. July 23rd. We come at once to the difficult rapids and falls that in many places are more abrupt than in any of the canyons through which we have passed, and we decide to name this Cataract Canyon. The last 2 days have been spent studying the language of the Indians and in making collections of articles illustrating the state of arts among them. I go this morning to visit Stojka. This old chief is but a wreck of a man and no longer has influence. His wife, the bishop, as she is called, is a very garrulous old woman. She is the only Indian woman I know to occupy a place in the council ring. She has much to say concerning the condition of her people and seems very anxious that they should learn to cultivate the soil. Quite a number of the Indians have each a patch of ground of 2 or 3 acres. There is a rapid beset with rocks for 200 or 300 yards, below which there is a second fall, how great we cannot tell. Then there is a rapid filled with rocks for 100 or 200 yards. I decide it is possible to let down over the first fall, and if we pull with all our power across the stream, we may avoid the great rock below. After supper, Captain Howland asks to have a talk with me. He thinks that we had better abandon the river here. I learn that he, his brother, and William Dunn have determined to go no further in the boats. Last daylight comes, and I ask the 3 men if they still think it is best to leave us. The elder Howland thinks it is. The last thing before leaving, I write a letter to my wife and give it to Howland. The records of the expedition have been kept in duplicate, and 1 set of these is given to Howland. And now we are ready. Some tears are shed. It's a rather solemn parting. Each party thinks the other is taking the dangerous course.